Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of PC Building Simulator, my ongoing Let's Play trying to get to max rank in this game, which currently is level 30. It is finally the weekend. How is everyone doing this fine Saturday? Hope everyone's doing great. Let's get into our emails here and see what we have going on. This first email says, "Hey, can I trust you to build me a decent computer? My mate's PC benchmarks 9915, so I need at least that. I want to go all out with 2 graphics cards. Yeah, don't try and pass off any used parts. I want all new stuff. It's urgent, so please hurry." So $3,000 for a 3D Mark score of 9915. Let's accept that one. The next one says, "Hi, can you build a PC for me? I want to make sure my rig is as fast as it can be. Can you get it to benchmark at least 6785? I saw the CPU can run as fast as 4100 megahertz. I want my GPU to run at 2135 megahertz. Don't try and pass off any used parts. I want all new stuff. I read the Gigabyte parts are really good." So a $2,000 budget for a 3D Mark score of 6785 with a CPU overclock of 4100 megahertz and a GPU overclock of 2135. Let's accept that one. And the last one we're going to do today is from Chris Kringle Santa. So it says, "Santa needs a favor. It was all going well, so well. Deer hunting simulator was running like a dream, and Santa was 3 kills up and showing no signs of slowing down. But then that little expletive with the red nose jumped out from behind a tree, and bam, the chase was on. Into the valley went Santa in pursuit of blood and glory. The scamp feinted left and ducked right, but Santa was right on his tail. There was no escape. Santa would have his pelt, and then down from above, a cascade of freezing white. Santa was buried, and his prey fled to safety. Game over. Game over. Santa was so furious he couldn't contain it. He struck the keyboard and dashed it against the wall. He pummeled the computer with black-gloved fist. Well, you get the idea. Things happen from time to time, even to grown-ups, and it's perfectly normal, nothing to worry about. Now Santa needs you again. Santa needs you to repair the damage to the computer so he can get back to the game and finish off that taunting little expletive. And Santa needs you to get it done fast, or you're on the naughty list. All the best, Chris Santa Claus Kringle." So we need to fix Santa's computer. Budget of $500. Let's accept that one. All right. So I'm going to get a build put together for this first one and be right back. So for our first build, we're going to go with the Asus ROG Strix Z370E gaming motherboard, an i7-8700K, a Kraken X72, 2 sticks of Corsair Dominator Platinum 4GB 4000 MHz, 2 GTX 1080s, a ADATA M.2 drive, I believe it was 480 gigs, a 3 terabyte hard drive, 750 watt power supply, and we're going to put that in the Tech case. Okay. So for our next build here, wants Gigabyte parts. So I'm going to step away, get something put together, and be right back. And for the next build, we're going to go with an Asus Prime X470 Pro, a Ryzen 7 2700X, a Gigabyte ATC 700 cooler, 2 sticks of Gigabyte Aorus RAM, a Gigabyte GTX 1080, a Gigabyte 750 watt power supply, a Patriot Scorch M.2 drive, and we're going to put that in a Lian Li PC011 dynamic case. So we're going to leave that on next day delivery. We're going to buy it now. Let's go end our day. We'll get our repair in from Santa as well as our parts, and we can get started working. All right. I'm assuming some of this is PC Bay things. Whoops. So let's go throw these in the cabinet. Got a cabinet full of PC-based stuff because I keep buying it and have done nothing with it yet. one of these days we will do an episode and go through and build a bunch of PCs and hopefully clear out that cabinet and clear out some of my inventory of junk. Or not necessarily junk, but just leftover parts. And let's get this case put up over here. That is a nice case. This will be the first time building in that Lian Li case. Let's get the right names here on these builds, and then we will get started over here working on Santa's build. So let's see if it powers on at all. Nothing. Well, I guess first let's try, we will just maybe remove some cables here. And let's see if it happens to be the power supply. Let's get it out here. A broken power supply. All right, so let's go order. What was it, a 550? 550 G3. Let's order Santa a new power supply. Let's try 550. There we go. Let's buy that. Same day delivery. Let's see if we can't get Santa's computer working here. Let's get rid of that broken one. Let's put in the new one. Let's get some cables. I believe he had these. Let's see if it powers on now. Okay, so did Santa break the graphics card? Let's see. He did. So we need a Gigabyte Aorus 1080. Wow. So that's definitely going to put us over budget. Do we have any other 1080s? Whoa. What is happening to the game here? Let's try that again. Let's see. Got a 1070, but that game requires a 1080. I'm not entirely sure what happens. I mean, obviously we will get a bad rating. For going over budget, but that deer hunting simulator needs a 1080. So I'm just going to buy it, and I guess we will take the bad stars, I guess, for putting more than $500 worth of budget in here. Let's get rid of that broken one. Let's put the new one in. Let's cable it up. There we go. Let's get this PSU shroud back on. And the side panel. Let's call it done. Let's put it out in the hall. Hopefully Santa will pay us the difference in price. Okay. So let's get started on this build. I want 2 graphics cards and a 3D Mark score of 99.15. Let's get our motherboard installed. Which is the Z370E Gaming from Asus. Let our little auto tool put standoffs in for us. Let's get this board ready to accept the CPU and RAM. So it's going to get an 8700K. As well as 2 sticks of Corsair Dominator Platinum. Oops. Let's put it in the right slots. Let's get some thermal paste on here. And let's get our CPU cooler, which is the Kraken X72. That seems like this case was just made for. See, we've got a M.2 drive going in here from AData. I think it was this 480 gig. Get that installed. As well as a 3 terabyte Barracuda drive. Since we're back here on this side, let's go ahead and get our EVGA Supernova power supply installed. Then we can get our graphics cards in. See, this is getting 2 GTX 1080s. Let's get down here to the other one. Okay, let's cable this up. Let's do maybe some red. We got some MSI stuff in here. Get everything wired up. Let's get our USB drive in, and we will boot this up and hop into the BIOS. I want to turn our RAM overclock on. Make sure it's booting from the right drive. We'll get 3D Mark installed. And then we will get 3D Mark running and see if we can get the score requested. Let's start this up. I'm going to let it run. As soon as it's done with a score, I will come right back and show you guys. So there you have it, 12,233, which definitely beats the 99.15 that was required. Let's get these side panels back on this case. And we can get this out into the hallway and be done with this one. Okay, let's get to work on this Lee & Lee case. I don't even know how this thing comes apart. Let's see. Looks like the top comes off first. And then the sides slide up out of the way. This is a very cool case. Hopefully it works with the cooling that I'm putting in here, because it looks like it's definitely made for liquid cooling, and I am putting an air cooler in it, so we will soon find out. But let's go ahead and get the motherboard installed, which is the Asus Prime X470 Pro. Let's get this thing ready for CPU and RAM. Let's get the Ryzen 2700X installed, as well as the 2 sticks of Gigabyte. I didn't even know Gigabyte made RAM, but apparently they do. So we're going to get this Gigabyte RAM in here. Okay. So let's see. Let's get thermal paste on here. Let's get this CPU cooler. Yeah, this doesn't fit. So that is no good. We've got this EVGA CLC 120 that is about the same price. Let's see. Let's just put that on, because for the budget, I can't afford to put a Kraken X7 II in here, which would fit perfectly. But that should work. Let's get our storage in here, which is the Patriot Scorch M.2. And then this is getting 1 graphics card, which is the Gigabyte Aorus GTX 1080 Extreme Edition. Well, let's go ahead and get our power supply in, which is a Gigabyte Aorus power supply. Okay. Get a USB in there. Oh, still have to cable it up. I don't know what I'm thinking here. Let's get some orange braided cables. Kind of match that orange on the Aorus card there. Let's power it up. Hop into the BIOS. Turn our XMP on. And then we need to overclock the graphics card once it boots up. So let's go ahead and get 3D Mark installed. Nope, let's not restart yet. And GPU tuner installed. Get this restarted. And we will get our GPU set to 2135 megahertz. One. It doesn't even go that high. Yeah. Okay. So this graphics card is not going to cut it. Don't know what graphics card's going to clock high enough for that. We may have to end this episode and revisit this in the next one, because I'm running short on time here. But just for fun, let's set it to its stock clock. And let's just run 3D Mark just to see what it happens to get in the 3D Mark score. So I'm going to let this run. I'll be right back as soon as it's done. All right, so we definitely beat the 3D Mark score that they were looking for. However, we do not have the proper overclock. So we may have to step down to a 1070 or something, but we will revisit this in the next episode. Let's go collect some money and see how hard we get hit on Santa's build here. We'll collect that one. Oh, well, we still got 5 stars, so all right. So we're going to come back to this one in the next episode. Got some... Let's go ahead and pay our rent. Got some new emails in. We will deal with all those in the next episode. If you enjoyed this one, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't done so already, hit that subscribe button. Hope you have a great day, and I will see you in the next episode.